Hello, hello, hello. I am author and internet freelancer Zachary Fenell. You know, I do a lot of reading about cerebral palsy, CP. The more I read, the more certain phrases that mainstream media uses annoy me. For instance, cerebral palsy sufferer and cerebral palsy victim. I have cerebral palsy, but I wouldn't say I suffer or I am a victim. Of course, I do only have a mild case of CP. Yet, I've talked to others with more pronounced cases, and they wouldn't describe themselves as sufferers or victims either. Obviously, that doesn't mean no one thinks like that. Personally, I believe the idea that we with cerebral palsy suffer or are victims stems from able-bodies' misconceptions of what living with CP is like. For example, last week my hamstrings were bothering me more than usual. You might think, oh, poor Zachary, he is suffering. In reality though, that's just my life. Between the cold Cleveland weather and not staying on top of my stretches, it was bound to happen. It has happened every Cleveland winter for 27 years. When I'm not using these a few times a week, my hamstrings get cranky. That's just my life. I don't know anything different. Imagine if I called you a dental hygiene sufferer or a dental hygiene victim. You know, because you have to brush your teeth multiple times a day. Floss, use mouthwash, whatever to maintain your dental hygiene. Sounds absurd, right? Those things are just a part of your life. Now you're getting it, don't you? The things I do to handle my cerebral palsy are just part of my life. I'm not suffering. I'm not a victim. I'm living. Admittedly, that hasn't always been the case. And this correlates to why I chose this topic today. Recently, I reread my memoir, Off Balance. Yeah, I reread my own book, which explores how my mild CP affected me socially throughout adolescence. In essence, Off Balance documents my journey from feeling embarrassed and frustrated over my CP to accepting my disability and, dare I say, embracing CP as a part of me. Rereading Off Balance, you could make a case that I was a cerebral palsy victim. I let CP make me feel inferior to my peers, causing serious self-esteem issues. But where did I pick up that attitude? Last year, I wrote a guest blog post for joereddington.com titled Perceptions' Power to Influence Self-Image. In it, I postulate what I considered overprotective parenting from my mother and father came from how mainstream media portrays disabilities, which consequently led to me to see my CP negatively, causing me to be a cerebral palsy victim. I feel by clearing up this misconception that people with cerebral palsy are suffering or are victims, that we can empower the CP community, give able bodies a more accurate understanding of cerebral palsy, and cast away a lot of the negativity. What do you think? Go ahead and give your thoughts by leaving a comment below. Finally, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up button below. Subscribe too. All you have to do is click here. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.